Welcome everyone to your podcast, A Go-Go. I'm Director of Fun, Mike Quackenbush, and I've got an outstanding aerial contest for you between two of the most acrobatic men to ever take to the squared circle. I'm talking about Shynron, the Spirit Dragon, and I'm talking about Welsh sensation Mark Andrews. They meet in the finals of the Rei de Voladores mini tournament right now.
It's the finals of Rei de Voladores as Leonard CHIKARA and Mike Quackenbush are calling the action for you here. The back nine of King of Trios Night 3.
And you hear the fans there chanting. Mike, Devastation Corporation for months told everyone that they were going to be the first back-to-back winners of King of Trios. That did not happen for them. But Shynron, not as braggadocious as the Devastation Corporation, has the opportunity to back-to-back win Rei de Voladores.
And starting off here, a sign of sportsmanship between these two. I think it's fairly unlikely we'll see either guy bend or break the rules in this one. One of these gents will leave the Rei de Voladores, the king of high flyers.
Both these men could possibly be on the top of anyone's list of the best high flyers currently in the world. If you said Shynron was better than Mark Andrews or Mark Andrews was better than Shynron, the argument could be made. And a victory here, I think, will give one or the other that berth that people say, no, Andrews is better than Shynron. He beat him. I saw him. Or vice versa.
There's a lot on the line in this one. And you can imagine with the style inherent when we say Rei de Voladores, king of high flyers, right? We're talking high-risk department. And so it's going to be interesting to see which of these competitors will be the first to make a move of that type, to take a chance, to put themselves on the line. Because the way these guys fly, one epic crash and burn, and the match could be over.
You're going to see a little bit of a feeling out process here, I'm sure. As Andrews taking control of the arm here on Shynron. Now, in the early goings of the contest, if it goes this way on the mat, I might have to give the advantage to Mark Andrews.
Look at that. Reversal there on the sunset flip while locked in the double leg Nelson. Out the side he goes, a crucifix. Seen more, a couple people pick up wins. Oh, the Maestro cradle. Showing they can go down on the mat. The high flyers reluctant to take to the air this early in the match. Neither guy wants to be the one to make that critical first mistake.
And you see Mark Andrews showing Shynron it was this close. Just a hair away from the match being over that quick.
Crowd here split between the two. Both of them are extremely popular everywhere they go all over the planet, as I'm sure you know Mark Andrews from Wales. Shynron a lot of times competes down in Chile and South America. These guys get all over the place. Frequent flyer miles. There's a better pun. I should have thought of it. There's a great frequent flyer mile pun in this. Look at the arm drags. Oh, he put the brakes on, did Shynron. You couldn't stop him from going to the other direction. They're rare to see it on the right side like that.
And just like this, Mike, I was going to mention before, after that brief pin exchange, we saw Shynron take a back step, Andrews be a little tiny bit braggadocious, and now they're starting to take to the air. Now we're starting to see some of that aerial offense that both men are so famous for.
He made some space, did the Spirit Dragon, leapfrog over the top, backwards. Thought he was looking for a sunset flip, but he stopped in midair. Look at that. Very short scissors. It came right up off the mat in mid-spring, mid-resorte. He two steps. Look at this, all the way out, a tornado with an arm drag.
Will Shynron give chase? Will he give flight? Or will he give Andrews an opportunity to catch his breath on the floor? Well, I don't think so. Shynron getting ahead of steam.
He's putting the brakes on. Look at the poise, look at the body control. Andrews knew what he was up to. We've seen him do that before. He'll sweep back in and trip his opponent. He's got the uncanny agility of an Olympic-level gymnast. And now it's Andrews, over the top, soaring with the greatest of ease. Tope con hilo puts him pretty much into the first row.
And now Mark Andrews in control of this contest, but he does not have the match won just yet. He gets Shynron back into the ring. Going for the cover, very far away from the ropes, deep hook of the leg.
He had a lot of pressure there on the right shoulder, but none on the left, and that made a real difference. You got to cross those shoulder blades, got to hold the man down. What's he looking for here? Starting to tie him up, stand on the back of the calves, maybe looking for the Romero special. La Tapatia, as it's sometimes known here. Got to clutch up the wrists. Now he's going to have to rock back and forth a little bit, and he's going to bring his momentum back here in a moment, fans. We'll see if he can pick Shynron up off the mat.
This is a good way to keep your opponent out of the air, so keep him on the canvas, tie up all of his appendages.
Going to stretch out a man's leg as well as his lower back, and you can pull hard on those wrists and flex. Put the pressure on the shoulder blades. You can stretch a man in 3 different ways with one of these, and then you can deposit him on his face if you so choose. That's exactly what Andrews did. But again there, you need, I think, a little more pressure across the shoulder blades, all the way across the man's chest to hold him down. Maybe at this point, Andrews is content to exhaust Shynron just by making him kick out and kick out again.
That's not a bad strategy, I'll tell you that much. Shynron will still be able to fly, but it'll be a little slow getting to his feet, a little slow getting up the ropes. And that'll give Andrews opportunity if the tide of this match does turn, if he continues this assault in wearing Shynron down.
2 great aerialists here, going at it. Underneath the high kick, Andrews caught him. He lands on his feet, nimble as can be. The enziguri finds the mark, and is Andrews now tumbling out of the ring. This is dangerous territory, especially where the high flyers are concerned. There'll be no reprieve out there, fans, because you can be assured Shynron will fly. From the top rope.
He's a little far away there, don't you think, Mike?
Look at this. The cartwheel plancha.
Little extra oomph on that one. Now the referee put the count on both men.
These men hit the floor very, very hard. When you're twisting your body like that, coming through the air, believe me, I can tell you. Having had it happen to me, you come down just wrong, and you think you've done more damage to your opponent, and you end up damaging yourself with a move like that. But Shynron is up on his feet. Sloughs Andrews back into the ring, wants to finish him off, and I think that's the right move here.
Went to the second rope, but again was a little slow in doing it. Well, he's slow for Shynron. He's quick even when he's slow, if that makes any sense.
Andrews there, quick with the kick, managed to stop the momentum of Shynron. Last night he had great success doing the Super Frankensteiner from up here.
Could be going for it again.
No!
And Rod lands on his feet out of it.
Look at this. Standing Spanish fly. Where else in the world are you going to see a man with the ability to do that? Tumbled right through the Super Frankensteiner. Andrews was stunned. You saw the look on his face, fans, and he ended up in a standing Spanish fly.
And you see Andrews here preventing Shynron from scaling the ropes again. I don't want to say desperation, but that's definitely smart maneuvers here.
Fighting his way out of that waist lock is Shynron. Unwinds him there. Look at this. He's so quick. Came out of it with an ace crusher.
Shynron has him in position. Andrew is not able to grab onto the leg, but you saw as Shynron got to the corner there, his body kind of slumped a little bit. Is the fatigue starting to set in?
Terrific. What perfect execution, but there was no water in the pool, as they say. Andrews rolled clear. A breathtaking move on the part of Shynron there paid no dividends. Oh, he stopped him, Hurricane Rana. That worked for Andrews before, but it didn't work on Shynron. He only managed to grab one of the legs for the kneeling frog press.
And he's almost beside himself after that one. Just from his body language, you could tell he thought that was all.
One more time to the top strand goes Mark Andrews. He likes the shooting star press. He soars through the air with the grace of a bird. And Shynron's doing the right thing. Oh, he ran right into the back elbow of Shynron. Did Andrews. Oh, the dragon twist. He nailed it.
Good poke of the leg. Only two.
How much more can either guy possibly have to expend at this point?
Shynron putting Andrews in position, taking a moment to rally the crowd here behind him. Is he going to go to the top? Or is he going to try for that 450 from the second, perhaps?
He nimbly landed on his feet there as Andrews tumbled away. Over the top he goes. Out there on the apron, that is no man's land, dangerous territory. You can't win a match out there, but you certainly can turn the tide out there.
What does Shynron have in mind here?
What is he thinking?
Oh, he's going to bring him in. Okay, superplex, perhaps.
He's got a long way to go. No, that's going to be all leverage from that angle. Andrews with a springboard. Oh, he got enough on him. The reverse Frankensteiner.
He sent him flying, maybe out of the position that he wanted him to be in. Andrews taking a risk here, but it pays off. Will it be the win?
It was gorgeous, and he's the Rey de Voladores. Mark Andrews picks up a huge win on night 3 of King of Trios.
So you want to see more high-flying wrestling, more hard-hitting wrestling, some of the zaniest pro wrestling you've ever seen? You need to sign up for CHIKARAtopia.com. That's our monthly streaming subscription service. It's kind of like Netflix, but we don't call it that. Head over to CHIKARAtopia.com right now and enjoy the first week of unlimited streaming on us.